Hey guys, I'm Alicia. If you came to the last one, you might recognize me. You might be like, is that her? I don't know. She looks different. I don't know what it is, but she lost some weight. I did. Thank you for noticing. It's actually the most dramatic weight loss experience I've had up to this point. I know what you're thinking, fast weight loss, fast. You don't know what I'm thinking. But you're thinking, fast weight loss programs, they're not healthy, you shouldn't do that, I think this is the exception. I really do. It's pretty natural. It's natural, pretty backed by science. They've been doing it forever. Yeah. And I'm really pleased with the results, and I would recommend it. I actually was able to lose 10 pounds in one day. Thank you. In other words, I had a child. And it was awesome. Yeah, would recommend it. I feel like it's super fun. We're still figuring out how to be parents. That's a ride. But we love it. We're learning a lot. One thing that I learned is that when a baby is born, their stomach is the size of a marble. Wild. So they have to eat a lot, and that stretches out their stomach. But sometimes they eat too much too quick, and it's a little too stretched, and it stretches back, and they'll throw up on you. So something you can do to help prevent this is burping the baby. So you just kind of lightly pat them on the back. Because also, fun fact, babies can't burp themselves. Wild. Helpless. We love them. And so, it's like, I don't know. I feel like at first we had no idea what we're doing, but slowly we're kind of figuring it out. And it's kind of, we're becoming parents, The other day, my husband and I were sitting on the couch together. He's holding a baby. He's burping her. I just have my hand on his back. And a couple of minutes later, I realized I've just been just burping him. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm burping you. And then he's like, yeah, and I've been rocking this rocker with my foot, but she's not in it. And I was like, we need sleep. And we're like, ah. Or the other day, I needed to run an errand, but I didn't have time to eat food yet because we're still trying to figure out how to get ready with the baby. And so I was like, I'll just bring some granola bars. And so I scarfed down one of the granola bars, and I reached for the second one. I was like, whoa, I gotta pace myself. If I eat this too quickly, too much too fast, I might throw up. And I was like, wait a second, I know how to burp myself. And I was like, I need sleep. That's still a current theme, but we're working on it.
He didn't like the joke.
What?
Your daughter did not like
I know. I'm sorry. It was too soon. So we'll work on it. I'll talk to her later. We'll smooth it over. Don't worry. So my sister, she has some kids too, and it's super fun being moms together. And her daughter, she's learning how to speak now, which is super exciting. And she's been saying short sentences for a bit. Time out. Is this how much time I have left or how much time I've taken?
What time it is? You have 11 minutes left.
What?
It's a clock.
All right. I need sleep. Thank you. But, okay, so she's learning how to speak, and she's been saying short sentences for a while, but now she's, improving her vocabulary. And recently she's discovered that if you say need instead of want, it creates importance, some urgency there. And so she'll be like, Mom, I need cheese. Or, Mom, I need chocolate. And we're like, yeah. So I'm on the phone with my sister. We're on speaker, and then my sister, she's like, oh, it's so cute to see her just play with her friends. It's just such a fun stage of life. And then her daughter hears it, and she was like, Mom, I need friends. I was like, don't we all? Preach. So it's just good. We're getting there. One day I'll get my kid friends. So, So some of our other friends have kids, and the other day, well, I guess it was a while ago. It was before we had kids, so not the other day. And my husband, we're sitting there, their little kid he's in the little rocker, the little baby carriage. I can't think of the word, but he's there. We're chilling. And Logan's looking at him, and he's like, oh my gosh, you know what? He looks like someone. And the mom's like, oh, really? Like who? And he's like, I've got it. You know, like the bald guy from X-Men in the wheelchair? And I was like, Sir Patrick James Stewart? And he's like, yeah, that's the one. And we love Sir Patrick, but she wasn't very flattered. Yeah, she was kind of like, what a jerk. And I was like, I don't know if we'll be friends with them after this. We're still friends. We've brushed over that, so it's all good. But, you know, recently I was like, I had a little taste of the medicine that wasn't even mine. But my little brother, he doesn't live near us, and so he hasn't seen our baby yet. And so he's like FaceTime calling me. It's his first time actually like seeing her. That's not a picture. And then he's looking at her, and he's like, you know what? She kind of looks like someone. I'm like, oh? And he's like, I am. Okay, don't take this the wrong way. But, you know, she kind of looks like one of the cave trolls from Lord of the Rings. Like, you know the one that just like knocks out the door? Yeah. I'm like, what's the right way to take it? I'm still figuring that out. So it's fine, I guess. To be fair, the lighting was a little weird. I don't think she looks like a cave troll. But, you know, to each their own. Speaking of lighting, we needed to buy a night light. Sorry, Kate, you told me, but I'm really bad at math. How many minutes do I have left? 8 minutes. I'm like mathing this out. Okay, I'll stop at like 65.
It's a clock.
I know. Guys. Next time I'll just bring a stopwatch and be like, ooh.
Do you want me to turn this around so they don't know?
It's fine, I can take it. Okay. But anyways, speaking of lights, we needed to buy a night light so we could see our daughter at night, but also not keep her awake. So we're like, oh, what's something that is like practical but doesn't look like garbage? And then I was like, wait, I had a friend who had like a salt rock lamp, and that was really pretty, and you could like adjust it, and when it's lower, it just looks like a red light. So I was like, I feel like that would work. And then she was telling me about it. She was like, oh yeah, we love it. It's super cool. Sometimes I'll just like walk past the living room and I'll just see like one of the kids licking it. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, is that no? She's no. I just figured they need salt. And I was like, I like it. Yeah, cool. So we have one now, and then my husband's like plugging it in, he's poking it, he's like, is it real? Is it real salt? I'm like, yeah. He's like, well, what if I licked it? And I was like, well, I probably just figure you need salt. So, yeah, but sometimes, I feel like sometimes you do just need salt. Your body knows when you need it. I feel like I've been nursing, and since then I like had been pouring salt on everything. And the other day, Logan made me some eggs for breakfast because he's a cutie. And then he was like, I'm really sorry. He's like still he's at the counter doing some stuff, and I'm like behind him at the table. He was like, I'm really sorry, I just oversalted them. And like he turns around, and I'm like, and he's like, did you taste them before? I'm like, yeah, I did. Then I'm like, maybe I should lick the lamp. I haven't yet though, but it's still up for debate. It could happen. It could happen. If I do, I really need sleep. So, yeah, that. So the other day, I needed to go to Costco. So naturally, I coordinated with my sister because I don't have my own Costco card. Like, we're adults, but we're not that adult. So it's fine. But like, I don't know, like the Costco, I love the Costco, but the membership, it's pretty pricey, and it's yearly versus the Smith's membership, which is $20 per lifetime. And actually, you can just share that friend around because you also has the option of the alternate idea of your phone number. So everyone is using my Smith's account, which is nice because I get all their gas points. But if I ever go to a place that I don't frequent, they're like, do you have a phone number with us? I'm like, you know what, maybe. And then I give them my mom's phone number. which mostly works, honestly, really effective. And I don't know if she knows that I've been doing this for years now, but it's not hurting anyone. So, like, you try it. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But, yeah, no, Costco, we love the Costco. I feel like, I don't know. I love it now, but it was more magical as a kid. Like, growing up, we didn't have allowance. If our parents wanted us to do something, they'd be like, hey, if you do this, I'll take you to the car wash, the one with the rainbow wax. And we're like, what? Done. Done and done. Or she'd be like, I'll take you to the Costco during samples. And we're like, yes. So, we always got all the crap done. And I don't know, like, as a kid, you don't have to worry about price. You just worry about getting as many samples as you can, which we were good at. And you walk up and you're like, hey, and then you grab two, and she's like, oh, and you're like, oh, this one's for my mom. And she's like, oh, cute. But there's 5 of us. And my mom only ever gets one. And you're like, where are those going? And you're like, yay. Like, you get some, I get some. We got to take care of each other. We're family. But if the sample is really good, then we just kind of walk around the aisle and pop back out like we're discovering it for the first time. Like, I say, Margaret, this seems to be a light refreshment, shall we? It's a little vanilla. It's a pastry. There seems to be amorphous cream inside. Ah. And then the lady's like, did you? I'm like, it's for my mother. And if it's real good, I'm like, I think I better just treat myself to one of these. And after that, they've caught on, you better just avoid that lady for the rest of the time. So you do. But now as an adult, it's like, it's still a little magical, but now that I understand price tags, the magic's gone down, And I feel like you go into a Costco and you can't spend less than $100. You can't. Like, I'm pretty sure that's why they check the receipts at the end. Just like whatever you didn't spend, you have to pay that person. So you might as well just spend it, That's my view, which is dangerous because then I have like the walk of dread at the end when I'm like, oh, frick, how much is in here? Should I put it back? And you're like walking and you're like really questioning, like, you're like, oh, whole fancy uncut cashews? I need these. And so then you buy them all. But this is the perk of shopping with your sister, because all of the stuff, both of your stuff is in the car. And so when I call Logan to help us unload the groceries, he opens the trunk, he's like, is this all ours? Did we just, and I'm like, no, only half of it. Like, we only paid for half of it. And he's like, oh, sick. But it's still like a ton of crap. But, but in perspective, we just saved a ton of money. Girl math, that's what I'm saying. So Costco is a dangerous place. Bring your friends. There you go. And that's all because I'm too lazy to do the math. So thank you guys. Have a good one.